You are now watching a Lucky Penny Shop product feature. Hey, it's Lucky Penny Shop, and it's time for the Kernels Easy Bake Oven. Now, I went to Hasbro's website to get a little history here so that we could all be up to speed on this. They say the first oven was invented in 1963, and that was the turquoise oven with the handle, which, by the way, is the one we have in this particular box. This is dated 1964. They say it was invented by the designers at Kenner, which is now a division of Hasbro, and 500,000 ovens were made at that time, and they're originally $15.95. Now, like I said, we have the green one on the inside, but it's the same oven as the one you see on the picture. Now, the copyright date here is 1964, and you see the mixes here. They came in these little sleeves, a little different than, well, quite a bit different than what you see now. And here's all the cool recipes you can make, just like an Easy Bake Oven. Now, these work differently because there's 3 trays, and you need all 3 to slide your baked item through to the end on this warming section. And then there's a light bulb on top and a light bulb in the bottom. So there was 2 light bulbs cooking. And then these are the accessories you get. You get a little bowl, the measuring spoon, and then a little rolling pin, a spatula. So we have all that into the box. And why are we starting with this oven? Well, we've had tons of requests for Easy Bake, so we wanted to get ready with the series in a unique way and start with the first oven and then go to the 70s oven, the 80s oven, the 90s oven, all the way through to the current oven so you can see the differences and how they all work. So what I need to do now is to actually show you a little bit more of the box and then the oven inside. Okay, so here is the longer side of the box, and both sides are pretty much the same, so I'm just going to show you this side. It says complete with slide-through baking pans, kitchen utensils, and 12 baking mixes, and an enclosed oven, enclosed cooling chamber, and other safety features built in. This is oven number 1600, and then this is everything that came with the kit. So let me, and as you can see, there's brownies, these are pretzels, there's pie, there's cake, and biscuits. So let me show you the shorter side of the box next. All right, this is the shorter side of the box. Of course, Kernels Easy Bake Oven. And then right here you'll see a line marking the turquoise color. And it says, again, baked with 2 ordinary electric light bulbs. So there you go. I think that's enough of the box. Let's look at the oven inside. All right, here we go. I'm going to remove the cover. We have it all set up like it's ready to be used. So more than likely when kids originally got this, the inside of the box had all the different compartments and everything nicely presented. So here you go. This is the 1964 oven. It's been completely cleaned up and gone over and tested. So let me get it out now. And then get rid of the box in the back. So we can take a closer look at the oven. Well, I'll tell you what, let me reset a few things up in my booth here and we'll get started. All right, there you go. I had to make a few adjustments because the box was so big I had to move some lighting around. So as you can see, it says Kernels Easy Bake Oven. There's 3 of these trays, and this is what slides through this end. So it goes in here. I'll show you a little more detail. And then it comes out here. You can see on the cooling section of the oven. Different than the trays you see now, of course. And then there was a little rolling pin, the bowl and the measuring spoon, and then a spatula that came with it. Now the knobs, of course, on these ovens are just for show. They do turn, but they don't do anything. And I could show you a little bit more on the inside here. This is bottom bulb, top bulb, and this is where you can view your item being baked. And on the top, there was also, kind of like the ovens now. Here, let me zoom into the top a little bit. Make an adjustment here. A little cooling section here, so you can actually melt things on the top. And then what else can I show you? Well, let me turn the oven around. Let me move some things out of the way, and I'll show you that cookbook in just a second and all the different things. So this will slide out here. Here was the little spatula, a little closer so you could see it. And then this is what the side of the oven looked like in the back area. And then here is the side where the pans go in, and here I can show you now is there's this top notch layer right here. You see this where the notches are? This is where the pan fits in, and then the next pan would push it, and that's how you'd get your last pan out. Okay. So we could take a peek inside when the light bulbs are on. But we have one little bonus thing to show you here. Let me get this all back here, because there was an add-on attachment to this oven, which we thought was really neat. And then I'll show you the recipe book after that. I want to show you this next piece. This is the Easy Pop corn popper that goes with this oven. Now this is dated 1965, but it uses this particular oven. And you put the popcorn in the top section, push the kernels through, and then it pops in the light bulb section, and when you pull this wood handle out, the popcorn comes and falls into the bowl. So we're going to do this actually first, before we get to any recipes with this oven. So pretty neat, and I'll show you that a little bit more as I get closer and the oven heated up. So let's look at the recipe book. I think I can leave this right here. This goes way back now. It says, Kenner's Easy Bake Cookbook, like Mom's. And ours is really brittle here, but we're going to run through it. Shows you how to take the front off. There's a screw, actually it's 4 screws. There's, here, let me show you. There's one here, and then here and here. Once you take those off, this whole front of the oven does come off, and then you can see inside and actually change the bulbs real easy. And then gives you the instructions how it works. You get the bowl, the spatula, the teaspoon, and the rolling pin. And then here's how the wire rack cooling chamber locks into place. Okay. Other instructions. Like I said, this is very brittle. And then different recipes. So here's their directions for the cake mixes, for frosting, for brownies, how to make pretzels, and then other prepared mixes, chocolate chip cookies. Now basically these look like the following recipes are planned for use when you are out of your Easy Bake mixes and Mother is baking a prepared mix. So they're telling you now, if you can make these other things just by following these recipes, which is pretty neat to have, because like chocolate cake, you could just use this: 6 teaspoons of flour, 4 teaspoons of sugar. I think this might actually come in handy for some people. So let me zoom in. If you don't have the mixes and you want to follow an original 1960s recipe, here, let me see if I can do this now. I have to kind of make a adjustment so I don't have to hold it and there's very little glare. Okay, can you read that? Pause and enlarge, and go full screen on your system there. Gonna be a little glare. Can't help it in every spot. How's that? That's that side. And it'd be neat to follow some of these and check them out. And then there's the back. Other available mixes. So there you go. I think the next thing to do is to get started. So what I have to do now is get the oven warmed up. It wants it warmed up for a little while, and then we'll come back and make the popcorn. All right, here we go. I hope you're getting more excited. The oven is heating up in the background. Here is the box top. I'll show you just a little bit closer up. You saw her, right? She looks pretty intense on making the popcorn. Now, it makes small batches, so we're going to have to probably do it a few times. And then here's just some information. Cool little picture where you see the Easy Bake popcorn, what it originally looked like, and then they're making popcorn balls. 1965, and then other popcorn treats. Can you read all that there? So let's show you inside the box and what it looks like here. This is it. And then there's the instructions. So we'll pull that out, and then we'll take this out of the box. I'm sure maybe the popcorn or something sat there for your first time using it. And this is what it looks like. And then this comes off, and then this arm slides in and out. So this is what you're actually using now to move the popcorn. But let's, in the chamber that is, move the popcorn in the chamber. Sometimes I don't complete my thoughts, but I review the video later and say, ooh, I didn't finish my sentence. So here's the instructions on one side. So if you want to see that, you know, for those of you who like to read the history, there you go. And there's more information there. Other seasoning suggestions. And then how to melt the butter. Okay. So what I need to do now is, well, let's just take a quick review here before we get started. The oven's heating up, so it's okay. We have a little bit of time. As you can see, open the cooling chamber on the side. We will do that. Okay. Slide the popper into the oven through the cooling chamber. Stop when the round hole on the popper meets the oven door. So they show you right there in the picture. Plug in the oven. Do not put grease or cooking oil into the popper. The Easy Popcorn Popper is designed for dry popping. Pull the knob out until the color on the rod end of the rod shows at the outside end. Let's just double check that, what that's all about. Okay, there's a mark there, so not a color change. I believe that to be exactly where you need to be, which would make sense because as you're pulling, you're putting your popcorn in here. You need to pull that arm back, and when you pull it back, that's going to be pulling the popcorn, so the popcorn will be here and it'll fall out into the bowl. So pretty exciting. We're almost there. So put 1 measuring spoonful of corn in the popper, and then we'll go from there as we get to those steps. So let me reset up here, move the oven into place, and get ready to use the popper. All right, so here we go. Just so you see how this works a little bit more. So I'm actually pulling this to that notch. Remember that notch, which is right there, that little mark. And then there is it's almost like a loop here. So there's a piece here that loops around. So once the popcorn pops in here, it's going to be pulled back by this second arm, and that's what's going to drop in. So basically, stick this in here, they said, till you get till this point. Then pull this out to the mark, which is right there, which has a little spot there where that next one is going to push the popcorn through all the way. So once that's set, right there, let's do 1 spoonful. Remember, that's not a lot. So you're going to have to make a bunch of batches. Then push this. Now it's all set all the way to the end. And then it takes 2 to 3 minutes. So I need to actually see if we can look inside the oven. So I'm going to readjust here and move this over a little bit. All right, so it's very difficult. I thought we'd be able to maybe see in there, but it's so bright. There's so much going on with the double lights in there that you can't see in. But rest assured, we're in there now, and it should be popping. So I'm just going to let the camera roll here. Maybe not in and out. I'm not sure. We'll see how long it takes. But once we hear the popping, I want to get the whole process so we can hear it. So I'm just going to step back now and let it do its thing. All right, I'm back. I heard it popping, so I came in to see. I wish I could show you inside, but I can't. So it's slowly popping. Oop, that's better. I Now, it did say you can... Ooh, that's going really good. I've got some butter here. I'm going to put it in the top warmer and see if I can get it to warm up nice. I've got my little metal scooper that I've used in other videos. Fits right in there nice. I think we're close. I see a few more kernels in there. Look at the butter now. Let me just give you another perspective so you can see something happening. That is melting on top. So that does get pretty hot pretty fast. See? So I think we're popped. I'm going to have to make a quick adjustment here and get this set. Okay, here we go. It is set. The butter is melted. I have some salt. It's the first batch of the Easy Popcorn Popper. I need to hold this here and pull out And hopefully it all just falls into my bowl here. Oh yeah, a lot of popcorn in there. Here it comes. Nice. Okay, there you go. Let's start another batch while I'm looking at that. Make sure we got it all out. It all popped. Set the arm to the position here. And what I'll do on this one is I'll see if I can get you inside to look at it. I might have to readjust some lighting here. Okay, so here we go. I'm filling it up again. Now, if you remember, it's just on the top. You set that arm, then you push that arm in, and you're ready to go. So let's take a look at the popcorn. Now, a couple little pieces darker than I like, but I actually like the little dark ones. Okay, a little butter. Remember I had that cooling on the top. Now, this doesn't come with it, but I had this little tool here, which I've used in other videos. And then a little salt. And we'll mix it up. Ooh, nice and buttery and salty. How do you like your popcorn? Let's give it a shot here. It's super crispy, which is good. You know, it's not bad. I think if I had 10 times the amount, it'd be great. I'll tell you what, I'm going to keep eating this. Now I'm going to reset up here, adjust my lighting, because I think I can give you a shot inside. So let's do that next. All right, so there you go. That's an inside shot. It's already started popping by the time I got everything set up. I finished that other bowl of popcorn already. So now I'm just going to let it run and do its thing. So you'll see this now until it's complete. All right, I'm back. It looks like it's close. Gonna try to stop it a little sooner this time, and also remember that the unit is heating up more. So I think I see kernels in there from my angle. Let me see if I can move them into position better. Just jostled it around. Let me give it another 30 seconds, and I'm gonna stop it and see. Trying to get you the best shot in there. Yeah, as soon as I change, it goes out of focus. So let me do this. I think by the time I reset up my lighting, we can come back and this will be done. Okay, here we go. I am all set. I just wanted to show you the big opening on the bottom. So what I'm going to do now is just pull, and then the popcorn is going to come out. I've got butter ready. So here we go. Came out great. Gave you a different perspective there. Let me get the popcorn in here. Nice. And then I have the butter on the top. It's hot. So you have to be careful with this oven. It's probably not for unsupervised play for little ones now. basically just because of the age. And then a little salt. I know, it looks like a lot of butter, but it also looks tasty, doesn't it? So I'll give this one a shot. This one came out a little lighter. It's nice and crunchy, which is good. I like it. I'm glad I can show this unique popcorn maker. But you're all probably wondering if I'm going to make a recipe. Well, it's hard not to keep eating it. And it's almost gone. I'm going to clean up here and show you something. Then come back and you'll see where we're going to take this series. Okay, I'm back. A little bit more popcorn to eat. I have to say, it came out really good. And I'm a popcorn fan, and I made popcorn on the stove with air poppers. I even have a professional popcorn popping machine. And this was pretty tasty. So other than that, what to do next? Well, I'm sure you all wanted to see me bake something in that oven, but I felt the popcorn popper in itself was a pretty cool video, and I need to come back now and make something. So I'm going to leave that all up to everybody out there. What do you want to see me bake in that original vintage oven? We have this triple pack. We could pick one of those. So you have chocolate chip and pink sugar. You have Devil's Food Cake. You have Party Pretzel. Then there's this Easy Bake McDonald's Apple Pie. Now this is the oldest, the older of all the kits. So I'm not sure if I'll eat that, but I could still make it and show it. And then there's the Easy Bake Ultimate Oven Chocolate Truffles. Or do you want me to go into this recipe book? And I showed you all the recipes. And do you want me to try one of the original recipes using real ingredients to see how that works based on these 1964 recipes? What do you want to see LPS-Dave do? Well, leave it in the comments. Let's have some fun with it, because we can use these in other ovens as we go through the years. So thanks for watching. It's really appreciated. I hope you enjoyed that Easy Bake Oven popcorn popper. Later. If you want to find this item, click the link in the description area below the video. You can also watch more videos in this series by clicking here. Thanks for watching. And always remember, if you see a lucky penny, pick it up.